President George W. Bush understood that part of the projection of American power is exporting American goods and culture. He successfully brokered 14 new free trade agreements and negotiated 3 others that are the only new free trade agreements we've had. We haven't had much of anything under this president. Instead of just talking about a so-called pivot to Asia, what we need to do is prioritize negotiating the Trans-Pacific Partnership by year's end. Free trade and technology should be our greatest carrot, the greatest carrot of our statecraft.
In November 2009, President Obama announced his intention to have the United States participate in a so-called trade agreement known as the Trans-Pacific Partnership. I say so-called trade agreement because 80% of the proposed agreement deals with a great many issues besides trade. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP as it is called, is an all-out assault on our national sovereignty. It would unconstitutionally transfer legislative powers from the U.S. Congress, our state legislatures, our city and county governments, to multinational corporations and unaccountable international bureaucrats at the World Trade Organization, otherwise known as the WTO. Incredibly, it would also transfer judicial powers from our federal and state courts, which are already bad enough, to globalist TPP judges at regional tribunals and the WTO. It would also confer huge advantages on foreign businesses and large multinationals, while at the same time putting companies that operate here in America, especially small and medium-sized enterprises, at a competitive disadvantage. American businesses would remain shackled by the regulations of EPA, FDA, OSHA, etc., while their foreign competitors could operate here unimpeded by those same strictures. Like the infamous NAFTA trade agreement passed in the 1990s, the TPP would usher in another wave of outsourcing, as the remaining manufacturing and technology bases would be given incentives to move to the Pacific Rim countries, resulting in millions of more American job losses. With TPP negotiations on track to be completed by the end of 2013, President Obama will likely ask Congress to approve this trade agreement in early 2014. Contact your senators and representatives and urge them to oppose the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and visit thenewamerican.com to see the many informative articles we've published detailing the dangers of the TPP.